If you clicked on this video, you didn't find it by chance. An algorithm brought you here, like the one that rerouted your drive this morning to dodge that construction zone. Another one. That's probably why you even have a job to go to. And ironically, yet another might be the reason you lose that job if you're watching this during work hours. But let's not worry about that just yet. We'll get to the consequences later. Right now, let's ask the real question: what even is an algorithm? We talk about algorithms like they're ghosts in the machine, malevolent or magical. But in reality, they're just digital recipes. A set of instructions that solve a problem. If you watched a motorcycle video last week and then a Tarantino interview, boom. YouTube suggests this. If route is faster, your map app recommends A. Unless there's traffic. Then it's B. Unless B's worse. Back to a .C. It's just a tangled web of if-then statements. Nothing mystical, just meticulous. That's what makes algorithms powerful. They let machines which don't think, feel, or reason solve nuanced problems. Case in point. My 14-year-old self learning to solve a Rubik's Cube. I didn't understand it. I just memorized the steps of the algorithm. Twist here, rotate there, problem solved. But was it? Not really. Because what I actually wanted was to impress girls, and surprise, solving a Rubik's Cube didn't do that. Bummer. And that right there, that's the problem with algorithms. The space between the result they give you and the thing you really wanted. That's the gap. And in 2025, that gap is getting wider. And messier. Let's take a ride through one of the most classic algorithms, Dijkstra's. It finds the shortest path between two points. Simple enough. You label the distance from your starting point to every other point, always picking the path with the smallest number. Then you repeat, over and over until you find the best route. That's how your map app works. Efficient, logical, precise. But there's a problem. Dijkstra's, like many algorithms, is greedy. And I don't just mean morally greedy, like corporate algorithms that manipulate your behavior or brothers bragging about 10x productivity without doing anything original. I mean greedy in a mathematical sense. Greedy algorithms make decisions based only on what looks best right now. No big picture thinking, no patience, no foresight. Imagine this. I want to get closer to the camera. I take a step forward. Good. Another step. Even better. But suddenly, from where I am now, every other option is worse. I'm stuck. A greedy algorithm would say, great. Problem solved. But a human would say, hold up. Maybe if I step back now, I can go farther later. That's long-term thinking. That's what algorithms don't do. And this is exactly how YouTube's algorithm works. It notices you like motorcycles and Tarantino and reaction videos. So it gives you more of exactly that. Over and over. It is not imagining what you might grow to love, it is feeding you what you already do. The loop closes. And suddenly, you've watched 4 hours of content, and remember none of it. Nothing changed. Nothing connected. Just, I'm lost. Now here's where things get darker. See, in the early days, say, 2007, algorithms were cute, naive. You watch a motorcycle video, it suggests bicycles. You read the news in the morning, comedy at night. But today's algorithms operate on thousands of interest signals. It's not just what you watch. How long you hovered, who else liked it, what they clicked next, who they shared it with, how long those people stayed, their purchase history, their search history, the behavior of everyone in their circle, and the most influential person in that group. It's a data spider web so massive. It would take 10 computer scientists a decade to manually program it, which is why machine learning does it instead. Automatically, every second, with one goal: keep you on the platform as long as possible. This is where we enter hive-mind territory. Machine learning isn't personal, it's social. It clusters you into groups and figures out which content gets the most collective attention. Then, it serves the most addictive, most sensationalized version of that content to everyone, and the result, we all start looking, thinking, and reacting the same. You've probably met someone like this, a guy who cold plunges every morning, listens to Shane Gillis, and is now testing a carnivore diet, or a woman who goes to an evangelical church, sips from a 64 ounces Stanley cup, and sells essential oils online. These aren't just quirks anymore. They're entire personalities algorithmically assembled. It's not that people chose these things. It's that these clusters were served to them as the most clickable identity. So what is an algorithm? It is a system that simplifies complexity, a way to take infinite inputs and output one answer. But when that system is applied to people, the cost is huge. It flattens us, reduces us, turns rich, layered individuals into single-track caricatures. We become more alike, more extreme, more boring, and somehow, more annoying. Were you hoping for a solution? A fix to the internet found on the internet? I was too. But maybe that's not the point. Maybe the first step is remembering that you're more than your recommendations, that curiosity can't be computed, that growth requires friction. The kind the algorithm doesn't want you to feel. So, if this resonated with you, don't just let the algorithm push it forward. Share it intentionally, with someone you know, not because a robot suggested it, but because you thought it was worth sharing. That small act, that's how we begin to take the power back.